Diablo 4 is not exactly doing well now, is it?
This individual, this gentleman, Hog, is back at it again, and he says
Hog.
Asmongold called me tinfoil hat, except he's wrong. All right. This is a massive tinfoil hat theory.
Oh, excuse me.
This is the exact video that I saw, but I did not watch. Man, oh, unlucky. Yeah, right.
Well, I went ahead and put my tinfoil hat on because it's a massive tinfoil conspiracy theory to talk about company practices. Y'all, this is not that out there, okay? If you remember a few years ago when people were talking about your phones were listening to you, and that got the same treatment. Put your tinfoil hat on, stupid conspiracy theorist. They wouldn't do that. And now it's...
You know what's my favorite part about this one? It's when you ask Alexa, Alexa, are you tracking my location? And she says, no, don't be stupid, you moron. Of course I'm not doing that. That would be wrong. And then you say, okay, Alexa, where's the nearest McDonald's? The nearest McDonald's from your location is 5 minutes if you follow this route. That's my favorite one.
Known fact that your phone listens to you, your Alexa listens to you, and if you don't know that, you might want to read the terms and conditions of the stuff that you hit agree to and these apps that you download and all this stuff. So
Alexas, by the way, have been used against people in court. No, seriously. They will take, if you have an Alexa, they will get an order, and Amazon's obviously just going to instantaneously comply because you have no privacy. And, well, you know, hopefully you didn't talk about anything not so great when Alexa was around, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
but yeah, Asmongold, this was really cool to get a view from Asmongold. The only, this is kind of my luck, but the only negative thing is I didn't get any credit for 7 fucking hours. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that's kind of been a goal.
By the way, it's actually true. He messaged me on Discord. He said we didn't have his channel in there. That was our bad. We're gonna link it at the end for this one, and you guys better go sub to him. Even though he's saying I'm wrong.
Would do one of my videos. That'd be really cool. And so I don't really.
People in the chat are just spamming no. That's actually good for the guy, because a bunch of subs who don't actually will never watch your content is like really channel destroying.
I really don't want to blame Asmon, but it would have been cool if he had like given me a shout out like he does for a lot of other guys. He didn't even say my name one time, and then I had to
I feel like I did.
literally probably for 3 hours look around try to find his editors on his Discord, which you can't message on Twitter unless you pay money and all this. So
Is that
250,000 views without any credit. So that's man, I wish I could make money off other people's content, not even give them a fucking shout out. But anyway, I'm over it. It ain't no big deal.
Here we go.
I wanted to disprove all this. Quinn kind of shrilled around too.
Quinn was pissed off about this video. I remember whenever Quinn watched it.
I should watch this video.
Like, Quinn went hard.
Yeah, I'll fuck with that probably still, I think.
We're talking about seasons.
Yeah, that's probably too much. It's once every 2
And
months.
so he could
Wait, I even saw. Oh my! So you're telling me I missed the same video from Asmon and Quinn?
believe that basically he was like, you're on to nothing. It's a big nothing burger because you said seasons correlate with the quarters. Well, of course they do. Like, there's going to be 4 seasons.
Well, I think he's right about this for sure. That the reason why they have 4 seasons a year instead of 3 is because they would have them to where they can push the engagement metrics of the increase of seasons for every single quarterly earnings report. I think he's totally right about this, 100%.
There's 4.
Ow, my brain I think I just popped like 50 blood vessels right there. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't say it. Jesus Christ. Boost engagement for quarterly what? No. It's you sell battle passes. Battle passes make money. Looks good in quarterly earnings. That's the right answer, not whatever buzzwords you just used. That wow, that was painful.
4 quarters. So then he started to, well, how many seasons do you want, mate? 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons, 5. Chat, what do you think? Poll chat. He didn't even put 0 up there.
That does sound. That sounds perfectly accurate.
What do you think? Everyone was saying 0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
But it was pretty funny. I made him go unhinged. He got his graph out, and most of his chat was saying, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. He's right. So, but I do want to prove why I'm right, because I did find evidence. It's really easy.
Okay.
You can actually go to, because Activision Blizzard is a publicly traded company, and it's really
I feel that this is so simplistic that you. Nah, I should not say this is simplistic. For me, it's simplistic.
funny. Somebody actually commented and said, that's funny because they're not publicly traded anymore. And
What?
I kind of hurt his feelings to go post the current stock price. But here is the
They are owned by someone that is, who, by the way, is still publicly traded. By the way, I own Microsoft stocks even. I own also Blizzard stocks. Good money. We're getting free money.
quarterly earnings, quarter 2, 2023 financial results. Just for the record, the quarter ended June 30th. Okay? So it just ended. We just had a brand new quarter started July 1st.
That's convenient because the season started on July 20th.
What started? Beginning of July. Was that season 1? Oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
don't worry, guys. I got it on. Don't.
I wonder if the 20th is when they're. I wonder if the 20th. Now that he's saying it, I wonder if the 20th is the exact date when all of the. I always forget this English name. Bookies. When all of that stuff is done, because there is a year, there's a fiscal year, and there's all these differences, and one ends when all the taxes are done, and one ends when the actual year ends. So this could actually be tied to that. So they want so this could be tied exactly to the date where on average all of their I always forget this name, bookies. How what's the other English term for it? Finance, bookies, don't remember, but I wonder if that's tied exactly to that date.
Don't worry. Okay, so basically, Bobby, everybody's favorite thing, says that growth was 70%. You know, la la la. That's not really what we're focusing on. We're gonna come down here to the business highlights. Start here, okay? Blizzard delivered its first $1 billion net bookings quarter following record-setting launch of Diablo 4. Blizzard's fastest-selling title to date, player investment in live operations content drove 17% year-over-year net bookings growth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop right there. I'm going to tie this all together just like I did on this last video, so everybody understands what the deal is. Player investment in live operations content drove 17% year-over-year net bookings growth for Activision and another quarterly net bookings record at King. Blizzard in-game net bookings grew 30% year-over-year in the second quarter and represent 60% of total net bookings over the last 12 months. The reason that I'm pointing this out is the word player investment. Words, player investment.
Nice.
Okay? Not player engagement. Player investment. This is a shareholders' earnings report. Everything on this document is talking about money. Okay?
Not necessarily. Monthly active users are correlated to money, but they're not necessarily money. Player investment is not necessarily as far as I know, it's not a defined industry term. So I don't know if you can just say player investment means this one thing. I personally think that they made it ambiguous and opaque intentionally so that they didn't have to explain what it meant. It literally means money. We've
Yes, usually they do try and do that, but not with stuff like this. They will because you can't hide it. You can't just make up a magical term here, and this is not how it works. You can't make up a magical term here and not explain how it works. There is somewhere here. I haven't checked this one because there's no reason for me. I don't care. There is somewhere here literal explanation with numbers what player investment is. You will be able to see whatever metric they name, how it is made from whatever they call player investment. It is impossible to hide anything like this in things like this, unless you're an idiot, I guess, and you don't understand that things are derived from other things, and nothing in these reports can be derived from nothing unexplained.
never been invested into a show. Player investment in live operations. Let me read it again. It's confusing to me, and the reason why I think it's confusing is because they're using net bookings and player investment seemingly interchangeably, but they're using net bookings now and not player investment, and there's no distinction of what net bookings is versus player investment.
The net bookings is an interesting term, but it's explained. If you go down or up, you see what they mean by net bookings. They have a detailed, well, not a detailed explanation, but you have a detailed show of what is considered all of these things.
So this is confusing.
It's not.
Don't get it twisted. Don't be in the comments saying they're talking about player time.
No.
Shareholders don't give a shit about.
I'm not. I don't know. But
not in this. I'm literally just concentrating on this line, and I already know that they are not talking about time spent playing. Also, they will never show time spent playing because that's an actual useless metric unless their actual player base is really down.
Time. They care about money. Okay?
I guess probably
We're going to come down. We're going to point out this right
No,
here.
he is right.
Okay, here we go.
We expect to deliver strong financial performance for the full year, driven by successful reinvigoration of the Diablo franchise and growth in live operations across the company. Live operations.
That includes battle
Now,
passes
so we're going
and
to come
whatnot,
over
by
to
the way.
Activision side, and everybody knows Call of Duty, but I'm going to make...
Also, considering... These things are pretty neat. Because if Diablo wasn't a hit, this would not be included here. Just FYI.
Make my point for why seasons are quarterly, because of this one thing. Season 3, being the highest grossing Modern Warfare 2 in-game seasons to date, driven by a strong community response to gameplay enhancements and the new Black Cell Battle Pass offering. Now,
I feel like this is mainly about Quinn, because I don't think that I really said what he was saying was that out there, did I? I don't know. I mean, I feel like...
No, all of this is basic sense.
Because I need to go back and see what I actually said. What did I actually say about this?
look, I know that...
And, like, that's the main concern that I think a lot of people, like, need to realize, is that if you just keep playing the game and keep complaining, Blizzard... It's very hard for me to say, like, it's
Man, we deep in the rabbit hole today, boys. What can I honestly say?
It is a tinfoil hat theory. It is.
Why?
But at the same time, I mean, I do think that, like, etc. Gamers are spineless dopamine-seeking addicts. Well, it's the same thing with movies.
Let's see what
yeah,
I said.
it's a hair.
that they're
Yeah.
constantly
No, I
having
know for a fact I said it was a tinfoil hat theory. I know that. I know I said that.
to defend. I personally...
You see, this is why I don't like stuff like this. Because in real life, you can't just... Listen, this is the reason why you're never gonna get promoted other than sweeping toilets in McDonald's. because if someone says something, you're gonna say it's right or wrong, and you're gonna have no reasoning for it. This is like you can't say, oh, this is this is tinfoiled, and then not explain why it's tinfoiled.
I don't think this game is up to...
You shouldn't have to defend the game. Like, I mean...
That's just my opinion. Not saying don't go play it. It's just the way that it is. Let me know in the comments below what Eternal Realm killing patch. The very beginning.
Oh. He said that they put out the patch to kill the Eternal Realm. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said they put out the patch to kill the Eternal Realm. I don't know if that's really true. I feel like, didn't you agree?
Did he specifically mention that they put out a new patch to kill the Eternal Realm so people roll new characters? Because then that's a decent justification. Because if you're gonna roll a new character, you might as well honestly try it on the season thing and see what all the fuss is about. The biggest thing against the people have against seasons is the fact they don't want to make a new character. So nerfing everything, I don't think they were this big brain, because the amount of people who don't actually roll a new character for a new season is super minuscule, okay? In almost all games, the vast majority always roll, and so, it's not a big deal.
Maybe, but I just don't think we have enough evidence to be like, yeah, this is definitely true. It is effectively true. Definitely it's effectively true. Let's see this.
This tells you right here, basically, seasons and battle passes coincide with each other and make money.
Yeah, true.
In a quarterly earnings report. Oh, shit. Okay.
So what he's saying, I think this is what he's saying. He's saying that because there are quarterly earnings reports and because seasons are coinciding with those earnings reports, then the battle passes are how they make money through the seasons. So it would make sense that they try to kill the Eternal Realm to funnel players into the seasons, because that would make them more likely to buy battle passes. Like, I think that's the logic that he's using. I mean... Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna actually give an explanation that kind of makes a little bit sense here, okay? Quarterly earnings matter to shareholders and people you need to give reports to. 1 month matters always, 2 months matter always, 3 months matter also always, but that's inside your department. But outside the department, if no one is specifically asking for a month-on-month report, which sometimes does happen, but usually you have oversight almost week into week in a lot of cases, depending on the structure of the company. But quarterly earnings matter a lot, because that's one of the big things, There's usually quarterly earnings, and then there's usually, yearly earnings. That's how it's kind of structured for the most part. So having something that buffs your quarterly earning as a given is really nice, because all of these earnings are essentially just blatant percentile money indicators, how good the company is doing and what its performance is going to most likely be in the future. So having a battle pass on every quarter just makes sense, because it's extra money and everyone's happy and whatnot. Plus, you never want to be in the situation. This is probably one of the worst things that will instantaneously make you seem incompetent in almost anyone's eyes if they are actually familiar with higher up structures of business and whatnot. And that is being not able to say anything, what's currently happening in your department or whatever. Do you have a big thing? No? Then why the hell are we even paying you a salary? Okay? You always need to be able to answer what are the things that you're doing, what are the things that you're gonna do, what are the big things that you have done. And a battle pass is the easy way to do this.
I think it might have that effect, but like honestly, coming from the champions that brought you resistances are broken until season 2, we can't have leaderboards until season 3, and what's the other one?
We can't have leaderboards until season 3. By the way, perfectly goes inside this because it's clear from season 1 that they literally have no idea what to actually put into the game, right? So any idea past the small thing that they added to season 1 is going to be already rationed out to the next seasons, because one of the things, by the way, that matters here is the fact that they can show growth season after season, which is like one of the big things that matters in these situations, right? They want to show that season 1 did something and pushed something up, and season 2, if that is even better, then congratulations, someone's getting their yearly bonus, you know? Without that, probably someone's not getting their yearly bonus.
One of the bugs. Oh, right. Everybody loads everybody's stash tabs upon loading into a city. I don't know if they're smart enough to do that. But his logic does track. No, he's right. Now that he explains it, the logic tracks.
I mean, the people who thought it's a good idea to make everyone are programmers, you know, the literal dredge, the literal afterbirth of humanity. And the people who actually make decisions and spit on these programmers are the us gigachads, the finance department.
X.
Let's go to Blizzard. The launch of Diablo 4 marks the start of a live service plan designed to deeply engage the Diablo community to create opportunities for continued player investment.
It's literally battle passes and skins, by the way, if you're wondering.
So answer me this question, Mr. Asmon, man. Is it so tinfoil hat now that you've seen it in company documentation that's public?
Say
on,
yes,
man.
Asmon.
Think about
Man, it's really hard for me to say that, like, it's tinfoil hat. Like, I think it is to an extent, sure, but, like...
You see, this is the problem with the world. This guy actually provides such simple proof that there's no way you can deny it, because everything's, like, right there in front of you. But no. Company trying to make profit? No.
Logic does track. I mean, no, he's right. I mean, it is. The logic does track. Like, that if the battle passes are based off of people playing seasonally, the seasons are designed in a way to be monetized through quarterly earnings reports. The battle
The seasons are designed to be monetized through quarterly earning reports. I really just want to plant my head into my desk a couple of times so I can pretend if you don't understand what he said, he did not, he just word vomited right there. None of those words fit together like that. He just said something that literally makes no sense.
are for each season, and people that are playing seasons are much more likely to play with the battle pass.
Okay, that part did make sense about the battle pass.
I think
yes.
that he's right. I mean, I don't.
Oh
know
my god.
Intent. I'm not sure.
Like, how can? No, I can't.
Like, was the patch there to kill the Eternal Realm? I guess probably, like,
Well, they're gonna do something to kill the Eternal Realm sooner or later. It just makes sense. I think the 10 character slot limit is, by the way, a really good slow tool for that, which I don't think is intentional, but will most likely contribute to it. Because at some point, when you're gonna hit that 10 character limit, you're gonna be like, okay, I want to make a new character, right? This is like super in and long, but it technically works like that. You're gonna be, okay, I'm gonna delete something. And then you delete it and you're like, okay, well, might as well finally... Again, the more they make you make new characters, the more they are gonna push you sooner or later into playing seasons. But again, small minority doesn't exactly matter.
Was it their intent? I mean, fuck. Seems clear as fucking day. I mean, it's a lucrative organization. Why is everybody so surprised? I don't know. They've messed up so much other stuff. I couldn't even, like, I guess, like, my strongest...
Again, the people making these decisions are not the brain-damaged monkeys that made the game or designed what's good gameplay. The finance department is the only valuable department ever. This is... This is why literally in every single business that has ever existed, the finance department is the one calling always the shots about everyone else. We tell you you can boost your income by 20%. Bruh, you better fucking do that. Or we're gonna say that you're incompetent and you're probably gonna get fired because we call the shots.
Argument against it is just that I don't think that they're coordinated, and
there's no coordination necessary.
They can't even make the systems in the game work to begin with. And
it's not the same people.
It's like some coordinated way of killing the Eternal Realm. I don't know, but I mean, it's too clever.
How are you an owner of a company that has all these things, like people who do finances, people who do this, people who do X, and you don't understand that they don't exactly, like, you know, directly influence each other always, or converge to make decisions on something that they're not... Kill me. End my suffering.
But...
life is pain.
I can't say he's wrong. And the tinfoil hat theory doesn't mean that you're wrong, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to say he's wrong.
Wait, calling something a tinfoil hat kind of implies you're wrong.
I believe that. So let's think about it.
That wasn't this.
If I just played Diablo 4, and I've got, let's say, 200 hours, and I have no life the shit out of this, and I've got a badass character, and then all of a sudden, they start talking about seasons, and I'm a new Diablo player, which you have to remember. So let's go back. 10 million players experienced Diablo 4 in June. 10 million players experienced Diablo 4 in June. That's not 10 million returning players.
Wait a minute, 700 million hours? Whoa. That's very impressive for 10 mil.
There's gonna be a absolute
70 hours per player
of brand new players in that metric. Okay?
Yeah.
So if they're not used to how a Diablo season works like the rest of the veteran players are, and you know your character is going to get reset, and you know how seasons work, you're unfamiliar with that, and you played the game and you sunk all this time into it and this and that, and you love your character, and then they release season and you hear, I got to start over. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then you times that by 3 million people.
Right.
Blizzard's got a problem. Because those are 3 million customers that ain't looking at their battle pass. Why is this so far-fetched for anybody to
I
break?
don't think that you can necessarily make the Eternal Realm experience worse and then force people over to the Seasonal Realms. Because the reason why the people didn't want to replay the Seasonal Realms, most of the reasons why they didn't want to do it is because of, like, what they were. These were, like, the casual dads. So they didn't want to replay Seasonal Realms because they didn't want to invest the time again onto the game. So, yeah, like replay Renown, etc. Like, I think a lot of people probably didn't keep playing. I'm not sure, though. I mean, like, I really don't know. And I think that, like, I think trying to force those players onto a Seasonal Realm wouldn't really work. Because it's not about whether their character plays well or not. It's about whether they can play, whether they have time to replay the game or not. But, I mean, obviously that's a percentage. So, like, maybe some of them would do it still. Like, I don't know. They didn't make me change realms. They made me change game. Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of because like these are like the super casual players.
This is too hard to actually tell is it true or not. I think it's not. Hey, if you're that much of a casual player, you probably played the game for like 10 hours, didn't finish the campaign and just were done. Probably, you know?
I just don't know if like I don't know.
Yes. So if they release a patch that literally nukes the Eternal Realm,
Right.
or makes you spend, you might not necessarily have to redo your character, but makes you spend substantial time re-gearing or re-looking for things or whatever the case may be. Season's looking a little more interesting now, ain't it?
Hey.
If some
Let me ask you guys a question.
He is doing that. I said his opinion most likely is valid if it's all just to make you create a new character. Because if you're making a new character, like what, you're probably making it in the season realm. You know.
We got about 20K people in here, or one, depending on you know how Twitch is feeling. How many of you guys were going to stay on the Eternal Realms, but you moved over to Seasonal Realms because of the nerfs? Because like I stopped playing. Yeah, I don't.
A lot of people said yes.
I
by the
quit
way.
because of the nerfs. Yeah, I feel like that's not the way that's not the way player behavior would go. Which actually, I'm gonna be honest. I think that makes his point even better. Because what he's saying is that Blizzard did something really stupid that didn't work. So now that I see it from that perspective, I actually kind of believe it more.
I'm
so
lost.
What?
I guess I should back up. If someone comes on your cheeseburger,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I guess I should back up and rephrase that.
No, it's
if
fine.
somebody walks over to your cheeseburger and dumps a big salt shaker with the lid off of it on top of it,
right,
and ruins your hamburger that's so juicy and it's delicious and it's full of nutrition and it's ready to go, that McDonald's hamburger's gonna look pretty damn good if you hungry, ain't it?
Well, yeah, but like if I was at McDonald's and like the McDonald's guy, like, you know, I got my nuggets and some dude decides to bust a nut on my nuggets, I'm not gonna buy another thing of nuggets. I'm gonna leave. I'm just like, fuck this. I'll go to Taco Bell. Like, this place sucks.
What's the diff? Right, the guy's probably already after that over to on to Taco Bell next, because that's probably what he does for fun, just nuts on people's food. Like, come on, that's not gonna change it.
Oh, like, why is he coming on my burger? Yeah, fuck this. Like, I don't want to go here anymore. This place is awful.
Yeah, it is. So, it's not that far-fetched.
Oh, but by the way, the nerves got me to stop playing my Necro, and I did roll Druid, by the way. But that was during the Eternal Realm. So again, you know, your character's suddenly weak shit. You're either gonna stop playing the game, or you're gonna roll a new character. And honestly, from Blizzard's perspective, by the way, you stopping playing the game does not matter in this situation. Because if you continue to not purchase the Battle Pass, not purchase microtransactions, you are as good as someone who's not playing the game. In fact, you're a hindrance because you're taking computing power resources or whatever you want to call that. So yeah, you quitting the game is as good as you re-rolling a new character and starting playing it the new seasons. Ironic, ain't it?
To think this patch came out for a reason, because it did. Yeah, it came out to balance things. Y'all, let's be real. We didn't need this patch. We could have gone into the season with what we had and still had fun, right? Everybody knows that. It's no new news. It's no conspiracy theory to know that we really didn't need cooldown reduction nerfs. We didn't need damage reduction nerfs. We didn't need any of that.
Cooldown reduction already is completely meaningless. Either you have it on 0 or you have no cooldowns at all.
Yep.
They did that to make you feel better about going to the season to see the battle pass. It's right here in their company files. He must be trolling. You must be trolling, bro. You're trolling for views. And this is the last thing I'm going to put out here, and I'm going to wrap this video up.
Uh-huh.
This right here is what I needed to point out.
Okay.
July 20th sees the release of Diablo 4's first quarterly season. First quarterly season! Take a fucking tinfoil hat off. It ain't tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. It's true. Got a bunch of people that commented. Even had a Microsoft dev comment and said I was spot on about what's going on.
Microsoft
Here it is in
dead
company
commenting?
language.
I think I saw that.
But anyway, I appreciate those two guys for covering Quinn and Asmongold. I was excited. I love anytime anybody, good or bad, I love when somebody reacts to my content. The only thing that's a little off-putting to me, what's pretty funny, is how fucking ignorant everybody is. And there's just some straight-up bigots that guise themselves as, accepting and all this. Like, I'm sorry, and this might be prejudice myself.
Uh-oh, here we
But
go.
I thought people from Australia and New Zealand and stuff were supposed to be pretty accepting of all cultures and all people.
What do you mean? Australians are assholes. What do you mean? Like, that's why I like them. Like, that's why I have a lot of Australians. Dude, Australians are the biggest assholes. What do you mean?
Doesn't automatically make them bigots, okay? Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Like, literally, the only word that comes out of Australia that everybody uses is cunt. That's what they use. And they call each other that
I'm gonna have to bleach my brain after this video.
as like a friendly thing. Just think about it.
Y'all should see the shit they talk just because of my accent.
Uh-huh.
It is unbelievable.
Yep.
Call me inbred, and I bet this guy fucks his cousins, and I bet this
Oh my
guy's
God.
anti-vax, and I bet this
No,
guy's this.
he's right about this. Like, it's actually so crazy. Like, if y'all, like, this is the same if you have any kind of accent, like, on the internet, people always go and, like, try to, like, you have Middle Eastern accent, people have got shit to talk. You've got a Southern accent, people have got shit to talk. Like, it's so cringe way people do this.
Man,
I'm like-
imagine the time when that was funny. It's still funny, but now you have to say it's not funny.
That's the most prejudiced shit I've ever heard in my life. Just because of the way of a man talks, that is no different than judging a man on the color of his skin. I'm just throwing that out there. So if you judge a man because of the way he talks,
Damn, he calling Asmongold a big racist. Nice.
you are no better than a man who judges somebody based on the color of his skin.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
throwing that out there. But anyway, I just wanted to appreciate y'all very much. Just want to say thank y'all for 6,200 subs or whatever it is. I'm sure I'll lose some because there's some trolls that every time I say thank you for subs, they like to unsubscribe. But thank you so much. I was going to say it at 5,000, and we blew past 5,000 so fast. It was unbelievable. But this is mind-blowing for me. I never thought anybody would enjoy my content this much. Do me a favor if you want to get
Nice.
into the Discord, the House of Hog, we ain't mild, we wild. Links in the description below. A lot of y'all.
Bro, this guy may be fucking his cousin and fucking his sister, but at least he's smarter than Asmongold. Imagine that. Anyway, this is Quinter7. This is great stuff. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.